Yo guys, it's me, What If Idiot, back with another video, and this is my second video posting, so yay to me. Second video in the week, so yay to me. I'm not going back on a break. I gotta post more frequently. So, yeah. This is what if Itachi trained Naruto. So, yeah. I know other YouTubers have done this before, and they all kind of go similar, but I'm gonna try to make it different and a little bit more unique. So let's get into it. Naruto has just woken up after a nightmare of the villagers beating him. He decided that a breath of fresh air should be good for him. An 8-year-old Naruto walks out dressed in his traditional orange jumpsuit, and he walks around the village. The people that are still awake give him glares, for he is the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki. But Naruto tries to pay no mind to him. He looks up and he sees the Hokage faces, and he thinks, I'm gonna be up there one day. One day, I will be Hokage at the least village. Naruto goes and walks into a forest near the Uchiha compound. Now, this is the night that Itachi killed his clan. A fleeing Itachi can be seen running through the forests. He's frantically trying to get away, so that he does not have to deal with the memories of his family and his friends after he's killed them. Itachi runs into Naruto, and Itachi is wearing his Anbu mask and his Anbu gear. Naruto says, hello, and Itachi jumps down and waves. Naruto asks if Itachi is in the Anbu. Of course he doesn't know that this is Itachi. He just asks if he is in the Anbu. And Itachi nods. And Naruto asks, if you are, then would you mind training me? I really want to be strong so that I can be respected by the village and become Hokage someday. Itachi, seeing Naruto, starts to get flashbacks of Sasuke. Sasuke was never this ambitious of the goals, but Naruto's naiveness reminded him of Sasuke. Itachi nods, and they get about 5 miles away from the village. They set up camp with a campfire, and they sleep for the night. The next morning, Naruto wakes up, and Itachi is standing right in front of him. Naruto stands up. Itachi draws his sword and starts attacking Naruto with 5% of his power. Naruto is barely dodging. He hasn't been working out this much in his entire life. But Naruto does not see this as a workout. He sees this as him trying to survive. Him trying to survive is making him stronger, because life and death situations will make you stronger. Itachi starts letting off a little bit of bloodlust, and he starts to get stronger. And Naruto, not being able to keep up, he somehow awakens something. He awakens a power within. He awakens his enhanced Jinchuriki mode, where it's basically just his Naruto, but with more pronounced beast-like features, with more bloodlust, and his strength is enhanced, with more chakra. Naruto is a lot stronger and a lot faster, so and his perception is up. So he decides to go on the offensive a little and starts throwing punches and kicks towards Itachi. Itachi gets hit once, and it's just a bare graze. But this graze does leave a bruise because of how strong Naruto is with the QB enhanced state. They go on with this for 6 hours, and then they take a break for water. And then they go on for another 6 hours, so they train for 12 hours a day. Naruto is extremely tired and worn out, but he knows that he must train harder. Itachi gathers some greens and some fish and cooks Naruto dinner over an open fire. It's a nutritious meal so that Naruto can grow. It's not a bunch of ramen that stunts Naruto's growth because he doesn't get the proper nutrients. This same training goes on for 6 months. Naruto is a lot stronger and can keep up with 50% Itachi. And this is when he's 8.5. This is where Itachi finally starts to train Naruto. He starts to train Naruto in taijutsu style first, giving him the standard Anbu taijutsu style, which is deadly, going for the legs, trying to get your opponent on the ground so that you can deliver the finishing blow. I'm making this up. So this takes a month, and by the time this month is over, Naruto is extremely proficient in the Anbu style taijutsu. Next, Itachi has Naruto work on chakra control. He has him walk up trees and then walk on water, and this takes 2 weeks. After this 2 weeks, Itachi starts training Naruto with jutsu, noticing that Naruto has no talent for genjutsu. So Itachi brings out some chakra paper, and Naruto puts chakra in the chakra paper, and it splits in half. One side shrivels up, and the other side gets wet. He has wind, lightning, and water style jutsu affinities. So Itachi starts with lightning style, because it's the only one that he's proficient in. He starts by teaching Naruto simple jutsus like the lightning style, lightning clap, thunder clap, my mistake, and basically a beta version of the Chidori with basically just lightning chakra in 2 fingers, and it basically just cuts your opponent up, so if you don't have kunai. He also teaches Naruto lightning style, lightning stream, which is exerting lightning through his chakra nodes, lightning chakra through his chakra nodes. And he also teaches Naruto, I'm going to say that during his time with Kakashi, Itachi learned the Chidori with his Sharingan. So he teaches Naruto the Chidori, but he says that that's his last resort because of tunnel vision. And then, so Itachi teaches Naruto a lot of lightning jutsu, and Naruto starts developing his own jutsu, like lightning style thunder snap, which deafens your opponent for 5 minutes, depending on how strong they are. but a tuning level ninja will get deafened for 5 minutes, which is detrimental because losing one of your senses is detrimental to a ninja. So, yeah. Naruto, I'm going to say Itachi knows a little bit of water jutsu. So, he teaches Naruto the water prison and the water dragon jutsu. He also teaches Naruto the water bullet jutsu. And I'm going to say the great water wave jutsu. And then he tries his best to tutor Naruto through learning wind style by just giving him the best hints that he can. By saying, why don't you try using your other forms of chakra or something like that and try to blow it out of your mouth. Maybe something will come. And this is how Naruto kind of learns a wind bullet. And he starts perfecting the wind bullet. And he's really good at using the wind bullet. And then he tries to push wind chakra out of his hands so that maybe he can push somebody away without touching them or getting extremely close. So this is how he learns the Gale Palm, his version of the Gale Palm. And I forgot to mention, Naruto already knows the Shadow Clones and the Substitution Jutsu and the Henge, which is the Transformation Jutsu. So he basically knows all the Academy Standard Jutsus. He also knows Shadow Clones and the Body Flicker. Because we can't have Itachi's student failing the academy. That's not good. Can't have that. So, yeah. I'm gonna say that he has a lot of lightning jutsu, some water jutsu, and the 3 wind jutsus, which is the wind bullet, the gale palm, and the wind scythe. And then one day, Itachi gives him the final test, survive for one day, with Itachi at 90% of his power. This drains Naruto so much. I'm not going to go into it because I'm going to be mean like that. But Naruto basically has to go into the one-tail Kyuubi state, which drains him a lot. But it's what he needs to do to survive. He also almost exhausts all of his chakra to get away from Itachi, using all of his jutsu to get away from Itachi. At the end, Naruto survives 24 hours, and Itachi gives him some food and tells Naruto to go to sleep. Naruto is 9 years old. He's been training with Itachi for 1 year. And he is extremely strong. I'm going to say low Jonin level. No, I'm going to say mid Jonin level. Naruto is mid Jonin level. And while Naruto is asleep, Itachi leaves his Anbu gear, his sword, and his mask. And he leaves. Naruto wakes up and reads a note. Naruto, I must leave you. I have important stuff to do. You will not see me in the village because I have left. I have left you my stuff so that you can be strong and hopefully you could follow your dream and become Hokage someday. I'll be looking forward to the day that I see that hat on top of your head. From Itachi. And Naruto basically puts on the gear and puts the mask on the side of his head and walks back to the village. The village guards don't recognize Naruto because he has changed so much. His hair is a lot longer, similar to Itachi's. And basically, they ask who he is, and he says Naruto Uzumaki. and they take Naruto to the Hokage. And the Hokage looks at Naruto, and he basically scolds Naruto for leaving for 1 year. They thought that they had lost their Jinchuriki, and that they had lost him. At this point, Naruto knows that he's the Jinchuriki, because he's been talking with Kurama, and he and Kurama are starting to become friends. Naruto is 9 years old, and the Hokage tells Naruto that he must go to the the academy. So Naruto obeys and goes to the academy, where he just acts very nonchalant and lax, trying not to build up a reputation on being a troublemaker or being a prodigy. Because if he's able to not be on the radar of being a really good fighter, then he can stay off the radar when he becomes a genin. So Naruto scores literally in the exact middle of the class. So I'm gonna say that there's like 20 kids in the class. Naruto gets 10th place every single time, just staying in the middle, so that he does not become dead last nor the first. Either one he does not want to be. So the middle is the perfect place for Naruto. Naruto has taken on a lot of Itachi's features, such as his kind and caring nature and his pacifistic ways. He does not want to fight unless fighting is absolutely necessary. And yes, Itachi was a pacifist. The only reason he killed his clan was because he didn't want war in the village. And he was a spy for the Akatsuki, so if you come at me with, oh, he joined the Akatsuki, which is like trying to destroy everything, it's because he was a spy for Konoha. So, yeah. Naruto scores the exact middle, and anybody who challenges him, Naruto beats, but he basically just like anybody who's lower than him in the scores on tests, he beats, but anybody who's higher than him, he lets them beat him, but with Itachi putting, I was about to say Itachi, but with Naruto putting up a fight. So he basically looks like he's giving them a run for their money. So I'm gonna say that by the time the academy's over, Kiba is dead last, and and Sasuke is Rookie of the Year. So Kiba being dead last means that he is paired up with the Rookie of the Year to keep it even, which means that Kiba is on Kakashi's team and Naruto is on Kurenai's team. Mitsuki does not try to trick Naruto. He tricks a different genin that failed. But when the genin steals the scroll of sealing, Naruto just finds him and puts the scroll of sealing back, and then scolds the genin. The next morning, Naruto walks into class, and he gets assigned his team with Hinata and Shino. Naruto walks up and says, "Hi, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. I am your teammate. You probably know my name already, but I'm your teammate, and I hope that we could work together well." The introductions happen between the genin, and then Kurenai walks in, and she says, "Alright, I'm your team. We are on team, what was it, 8? Yeah, I think it was team 8. we're on Team 8. It's time to do introductions. And that's where I'm going to leave this video off. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.